when someone says they don't like reading.
Gotta go my own way.
Hey, this is Shaily and you're watching Eat Breathe Books. What's up, guys? Today I actually have a July TBR, and this is the first time on my channel since I started it in December that I've ever done a TBR video, besides Rainbow-a-thon, which I'm guessing you know by now didn't work out. But yeah, I never do TBR videos because I just kind of pick off my shelf whatever I want to read. But I thought this month I would try it out and see how that went. This TBR is a little bit ambitious given especially the fact that I have quite a busy month ahead of me. But I thought I'd try it out, and you know, options are also good to have. So here we go. So first off, I actually started a book in June and I finished it today, so checked it off, and that's Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I really like this and I'll talk about it in my July wrap up, but yeah, that's just the first off my July TBR that I'm done with. The next book for my July TBR is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and I actually listened to this on audiobook, which is my first time ever doing audiobook. I was kind of like anti-audiobook in a way, but the person who read the book, Adrienne Myers, did a really good job. She was perfect for the voice of Cadence. That's the main character, and I really liked it. Again, I'll talk about it more in my wrap up, but that I also finished, so check that off. That's my first two books of July TBR are done. So the rest of these, they're not in specific order I want to read, they're just like what I want to continue to read this month. So first on my list, I actually recently bought, and that's Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. I've heard like amazing things about this series. To be honest, I'm not really sure what it's about, but the back of the book says, in a world of danger, an unlikely alliance, breathtaking adventure, and unforgettable romance. And that sells me right there. I know some of the characters' names are Arya, Perry, you know, I don't know. People say the guy's really dreamy and that it's a really good series. It's a trilogy, so I really want to give it a shot. We'll see. Next on my list is The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines. I believe this is a series. Yeah, quite an interesting cover, but this is about a good girl who meets a bad boy, and you know, you can't go wrong with those, especially in the summertime. Next is something I'm like so excited to read, and that's Losing Hope by Queen Colleen Hoover. I read the prequel to this called Hopeless a few months back, and I really loved it. It was amazing. And so Losing Hope is basically the hopeless story in the boy's perspective, and I would tell you what this book is about, but I think it's better to go into it blindly. So next I have Finding Cinderella by Queen Colleen Hoover, and this is book like 2.5. It comes after so Hopeless, Losing Hope, and then it's Finding Cinderella, which is the story about the main characters like best friends. And it's a novella, it's very short. Funny story, I actually read this book before reading Hopeless because I thought that it didn't have to do with it, and then I was like, wait, I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this right now, so I set it aside, but I'm excited to get to this after Losing Hope. Next is something also really exciting, a kind of new release, and that's P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. And yes, Jenny Han, I still love you. She is an amazing author. Okay, so this is the sequel to All the Boys I've Loved Before, and if by chance you don't know what this duology is about, it's basically about a girl who every time she has a crush on a boy, is in love with someone, whatever, she writes a letter to kind of get all her feelings out, and that's how she deals with it. And one day somebody, we don't know who, releases all of those love letters that she wrote. The first book was so good, and it was kind of a cliffhanger, and I'm just so excited to see what happens next. Yay! The next book I have here, I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but my parents actually bought this for me recently as a gift, which was really nice of them, so thank you, Mom and Dad. And that book is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I love John Green. I think he's a wonderful writer who really makes you think. And this book is about a guy who's gone out with like 19 Catherines and counting, which sounds really interesting. I feel like John Green's going to be really good at, like if we by chance do meet many of the Catherines, he would be really good at making them all very different from each other, so I'm excited to see that. And the last book I have to show today is The Young Elites by Marie Lu. I've just heard really great things about this, and you know, I thought that with these two books I throw in some fantasy into this big contemporary mix for the month. This book is about a bunch of different kids who have superpowers, I believe, and everyone says Marie Lu is a great author. I own her book Legend, I just haven't read it yet. But yeah, I'm hoping to get to this. It'd be nice to read some fantasy because I've been reading more contemporary lately. So okay, so those are the books I have to show you guys today. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're currently reading and if you liked any of the books that I mentioned in this video, please. I'd really appreciate that. I'm linking down my Twitter and my Goodreads and my Instagram down below, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, so please like and subscribe, and more stuff soon.